Plans are well on the way for the celebration that surrounds Carriacou's rich African roots, the Carriacou Maroon and String Band Music Festival. The festivities kick off on Friday, April 28th, and this year the Maroon Village is being reintroduced as part of the 3 days of cultural activities. Andy Matheson is the coordinator at the Cultural Secretariat on the Sister Isle.
Well, plans are going good so far. The committee have met. I'm coordinating, working with the festival committee to ensure that things are in place. And we have met a couple of times to ensure that the plans we are putting in place is going to be executed properly. One of our major challenges initially is that we want to revive a village Maroon. And we thought about the Bialo Big Pond Maroon, which was one of what we understand one of the biggest Maroon in Carriacou over the years. But since the incident with the last Maroon there, we thought it was wise to go to the village and talk to the villagers and get their feedback of how they feel having the Maroon back. And we did that, and the overwhelming response is positive. So the Maroon, the Friday, would be a village Maroon at the Bialo Big Pond. The Bel Park is in a state of disrepair, so we had some major repairs has to be done there. And the time remaining between now and the festival, it wouldn't be sufficient time to do the work that's necessary. And added to that, the Bel Road, which is the main road to the area, is recently gone under construction by the Ministry of Carriacou and Pitmanica Fields. So that will hinder traffic into and out of Bel for that area.
Matheson says the Maroon Village will be held on the first day of the event. He highlighted other activities planned for the festival.
We're going to expect the traditional Maroon, where from the morning, you wet the ground, the shell blow, libation to, let's say, call on the ancestors, then the lighting of the fires, wetting the stones, putting the pot on the fire and cooking the food. At the end of the cooked food, they'll be sharing the food to everybody is welcome to participate in sharing the food. So that will happen from about 3:30 food will be start sharing to about, well, till it's all over. And at the end of that, we're going to have a Masanto Flambeau parade into the area, the Big Pond area. They will have the drumming and the official ceremony to open the Carriacou Maroon 2023 festival. So we're going to have the event here this Saturday night at the Botanical Gardens, where we're going to have a number of local, I would say regional, cultural groups and bands. We have featuring that night the band Solid from Grenada and Sabrina Francis, with a number of other local bands and cultural groups, Shakespeare Mazit, Big Drum, Tivoli drummers, conception dancers, and a lot of other groups and individuals who participate in that day to ensure to showcase the culture of Carriacou.
This year, Hillsborough will serve as the venue for Saturday's activities, split between Hillsborough Square and the Botanical Gardens. Paradise Beach will host the third and final day of the festival, Family Day. It will feature string band performance, children events, and swimming races.
Well, this Saturday, we have 2 events on the Saturday. The first event in the morning is Strings in the City. And Strings in the City has become a flagship event of the Carriacou Maroon, where you have strings downtown Hillsborough, where persons can come, participate, enjoy the string music. But this year we're also incorporating part of our traditional culture to see how the string ties into the other aspects of our culture. So we have a traditional meeting up where the kick and flag dancing. Our friends from Pitmatica will be joining us, and our friends from the other side will be joining us to ensure that this tradition of Carriacou is showcased, and it is showcased with the strings. And after that, we have a surprise group, a string group will be playing to entertain us for most of the morning into the early afternoon.
The coordinator is encouraging everyone to come out and support the event, which could not be hosted for 2 years as a result of COVID-19. For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.